Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Simone here, and welcome to 2020 in videos and my super exciting video every day. That's not true. Video every other day in January. So all of the odd numbered days I have a video for. If you want to watch my goals video down below, I actually tell you what videos they will be. So you probably know that today, other than me saying Happy New Year, hope that you're all having a great one, because obviously today is the new year. I'm here with my rum and coke again, just like the last video. Very much enjoying it as well. Before I get into my TBR video, which I'm very excited about, I wanted to first of all give you a little announcement that I'm going to be doing a Q&A video at the end of January, and so I'd love some questions. If you have any, do let me know in the comments down below what your questions are. You can ask me anything, books, anything. That doesn't have to be books, that can be anything at all. Nothing is off limits. Anyway, like I said, today is a TBR video. It's going to be another Wheel Picks My TBR because I loved it so much, and I do hope to do that throughout this year. As you know, in the last one, I do the wheel. It's on my laptop that's just behind the screen. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what we're going to be picking. So before we get into next month or into January, we have to talk about what happened in December. So I read of the, how many did I pick? Did I pick 8 books? Yeah, of the 8 books that I picked, I read 5 of them. I started one of them, and I've not read 2 of them. So I am gonna, because it's not quite the end of January, because it's not quite the end of December yet, I am gonna, the one that I'm halfway through, I will have finished by the end of the month. So that is the Full Dark No Stars by Stephen King. I'm literally halfway through right now, so I will have finished this by the end of December. So I'm not gonna punish myself for that one. I should also say, it's because the main reason was because I was reading Magical Readathon books, which I really much enjoyed actually. But yes, I will be finishing this one in December, so I'm not going to include a forfeit for this one. However, I did not finish, or did not read at all, Dead Cold by Louise Penny or The Liar by Steve Kavanagh. I know, I'm just as surprised as you are. However, what I've now decided to do is read the books in order that I pick them, because what I was finding is that I'm gravitated towards the books I'm excited about, although not this one obviously, because you know I'm really excited about this, but I found I was like pushing other books back and then not reading the ones I wasn't that excited for, which, although I have actually read the ones I'm not excited for and left these 2 till the end, which I'm the most excited for, I'm going to do that from now on. So I'm going to read them in order, and if I skip any of them, well, I won't, I'm not allowed to, is the answer to that. So, because I've obviously got 2 books left that I haven't read, my forfeit for the month, I saw Laura from What Everyone Else Is Reading, who I love, and she does a bingo board. No, she doesn't. That's a complete lie. She does a Snakes and Ladder TBR, and I absolutely love watching her. I love TBR games, and so she does a thing where if she doesn't read the full amount of books, she adds an extra roll, or she does an extra roll at the end of the game. So what I think I'm going to do is every time I don't finish a book, I have to do another roll. So I'm going to have 10 books to read in January. At least that's the point. However, I do have 3 buddy reads to read in January also, so let me show you what they are. So the first book that I'm going to be buddy reading in January is going to be with the lovely Emily from Novelle Novels and Kaz from Cats and Camera. It's going to be the first buddy read I've done with both of them together. I have done in like separate ones with each of them. We are going to be buddy reading Noughts and Crosses by Mallory Blackman, which I only just got this copy, which I think is gorgeous. This is a kind of dystopian novel, and I've heard really good things about this. I think it's to do with it talks a lot about racism, and it's like star-crossed lovers, and I think it's to do with a black woman and a white man who or black girl and white boy who fall in love, and they are, one's a naught, one's a cross, and it's kind of about, it's like I think it's supposed to have something to do with Romeo and Juliet in it. I don't know. I know this is a 5-book series, and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I've heard really good things. I know that I'm pretty sure that yeah, Stormzy actually, the Noughts and Cross series are my favourite books of all time. So that's a great a great shout. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to picking this one up, and like I said, it's my first buddy read with Emily and Kaz together, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. The other buddy read that I am doing in January is with the lovely Laura, from what everyone else is reading, as I just mentioned her. This is Her Every Fear by Peter Swanson. So originally we were going to read Sweet Pea by CJ Skews, but unfortunately it's in my suitcase, I think, over there, which you may or may not know that one of the prompts for my wheel is to randomly pick a book out of my suitcase. So I don't want to ruin that, I guess, by looking in there to get that book out. So we decided to read kind of the second choice that we had. So I don't know anything about this. I know it's a thriller. I've heard really good things about Peter Swanson's writing in general, and I'm really looking forward to doing my first buddy read with Laura because, yeah, we've not read anything together before, and I absolutely love her channel, so very much looking forward to this one. And the third book that I have to read in January that's not part of my TBR is because, if you don't know, Victoria, from What Victoria Read, has just started What the Book Club Read, which is her book club for, she's starting off by reading a Margaret Atwood book every month, I think for about 18 months, because she's got quite a lot, and then after that I guess she'll go on to reading other things. So the first one we're reading is The Edible Woman by Margaret Atwood, obviously, hence why I just said it. Again, don't really know too much about this. It's about a woman, I think, who's waiting to get married, and it says marriage a la mode, Marianne discovers, is something she literally can't stomach. So yeah, it says a wickedly funny take on modern relationships. So yeah, this could be an interesting one, as I have absolutely no idea what to expect. But yeah, we're going to be reading this one in January, and I'm looking forward to reading all of Margaret Atwood's books, because the only one I've read is The Handmaid's Tale, and I did enjoy that one, so yes, I can't wait to start with this one. So again, we have the wheel behind you. But yeah, so let's get started. As I said, we're going to do 10, and let's see what we get. I'm a bit nervous, if I'm honest, but let's just go with it. Okay, so the first prompt is gifted. So I have as I just said, I just filmed my haul down here. So now I have to decide which one of these I want to read first. That's a really difficult choice, isn't it? Okay. So where do we want to go first? What do I feel like in the mood to read? I think I'm actually I'm going to read The Prison Doctor by Dr. Amanda Brown. So I was gifted this by the lovely Kaz from Cats and Camera, and this is really singing to me this time. I really, really want to read this, and yeah, I think this is going to be a really interesting first book of the year. So yeah, I really feel in the mood to read this right now, so I think I'm going to go for this one. So this is TBR book number 1. Right, ready, number 2. So roll number 2 is... Okay, author I love. So what do I want to read by an author that I love? Okay, so not only is this an author that I love, this is actually a series that I love. And so I've decided to go with Cat and Mouse by James Patterson, which is the 4th book in the Alex Cross series. You may or may not know that I love the Alex Cross series. And like I said, this is the 4th book. This is the 4th book, and like I said, not only is it a author that I love, because you know I love James Patterson, I really enjoyed the Alex Cross series, and yeah, I'm really excited to get to the next one in the series. Okay, number 3. I'm a bit nervous because I've had a big book there, so let's hope this is a nicer one. Okay, next up we have publisher. So for this one I'm actually going to read a book that I got on my Kindle that I was sent by a NetGalley, and this is Clear My Name by Paula Daly. I've read another Paula Daly book before and I really enjoyed it. This follows a woman named Carrie who was accused of murdering her husband's lover, but she denies it, and she's currently 3 years into a 15-year prison sentence and she's still denying it, and I think it's kind of about this process. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I think it's going to be a fun read, and like I said, this one actually came out in August this year, so I've had this one a while and I haven't read it, so yeah, I need to get on that. So roll number 4. Okay, roll number 4 is hauls. Okay, so I've just looked back to my oldest haul on my YouTube channel, which is my summer book haul of 2017. And I will link it down below if you wanted to go and laugh at me, but I had brown hair in this, which is very strange to me because, yeah, that was a kind of blip in my memory. I don't really remember too much about that. But the first book that I talked about in that haul is actually Detective Cross by James Patterson. So Detective Cross by James Patterson is the first book I talked about. That one is actually later on in the series than I'm at the moment, so I'm obviously not going to read that one. So what's the next one that I haven't yet read? Right, the angle's changed because I just got up to look for a book and then realised I'd actually already read it. So that's great, isn't it? So this is book number 4, I think. The first book on my book haul from that time that I haven't actually read already. I'm really not sure I wanted to read, so I mean, we'll give it a go. This is Geek Love by Catherine Dunn, and this is a book that I can't even remember why I bought this. And I've had it on my shelf for a really, really long time. So this basically follows a woman named Lil Banuski, who her and her husband work in the circus, and their act is to bite the heads off live chickens in front of the carnival. And then she gets pregnant and realizes that she could actually cash in on this fact, and while she's pregnant she takes drugs, she inhales pesticides, she douses herself with radiation, she does a lot of things in order to create grotesque children. So she ends up with children without limbs, musically gifted Siamese twins with a penchant for prostitution, and yeah. And the book is apparently narrated by the sister of one of the one of the children, who is a bald, hunchbacked albino dwarf. I won't lie, sounds like the most bizarre book that I've ever literally read about, and I feel like I'm going to hate it or I'm going to love it. I don't really know what this author was thinking, and I'm a little bit confused. It also says on the back it must be one of the sickest books ever produced, so okay, this could be interesting. Apparently someone else has said, so monumentally tasteless that it ought to have a sick bag incorporated into its jacket design. I'm scared, not gonna lie. Is this book 4? Oh, we've still got another 6 to go, so, okay. Well, this is book number 4, guys. This is a book I've had on my shelf clearly for 3 years, and I would say probably for a reason. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Okay, terrified. Let's go on to spin number 5, shall we? I'm just going to drink some rum just to make myself feel better. Oh, fantastic. Number 5 is the lowest rated book on my shelf. So. Oh, you guys. The wheel is not loving me this time. So I'm going to go to, I have an owned shelf on my Goodreads, and I'm going to order it by lowest rating, well, by average rating, and then go to the lowest of those average rating, and see what absolute rubbish I have to read this time. Okay, so I'm not including any that don't have any ratings on, because they've obviously they're probably new or not released yet. The next one is Impossible Causes by Julie Mayhew, which has a rating currently of 3.02 and 137 ratings. So this isn't a widely read book yet. This says it's a gripping thriller about isolation, power, and the lies that fester when witnesses stay silent. So it's about an island, I think, where people are cut off from the mainland. And I'm pretty sure I was sent this by it's the NetGalley arc that I was sent. I think it came out in November. Yeah, it was published in November, so it's relatively new. So I'm going to read another arc and see what I think. I'm hoping this one will be better, but you never know. I'm really reading the arcs though, that's good, because I need to get my percentage up on NetGalley so that they actually approve me for stuff. So, okay, that was book 5. So we're halfway through, and I'm not looking forward to January so far, so okay, we'll see how this goes. Right, spin number 6 is Oldest. Oh, we are really dragging them out today, aren't we? Crying out loud. I just want a book. Do you know what I said actually in my recent haul? I was like, oh, that's okay, I'm going to try and read all of the books that I got for Christmas, and I think I've got one of them on this list so far, right? Okay, let us go to the oldest book that I own, or I've had on my shelf, should I say. Well, it's more like on my TBR for the longest time, so. Okay, I mean, where is that? I've seen that recently, I'm sure it's on this shelf. Yes, it is. So, okay, I'm actually kind of interested. I don't know how I feel about this. This is Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. As you might know, Maggie Stiefvater has obviously written the Raven cycle, which most people love. I haven't actually read that, but I have read the Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater, and I really, really enjoyed it. So this is the first in a trilogy, and I actually own the whole trilogy because my mum actually gave all of them to me. It's about a girl named Grace. And it's got something to do with wolves. I think it's like a love story, a wolf love story. So I'm not really sure if this is my kind of thing. And I guess we'll find out because it says a chilling love story that will have you hooked from the very first page. So okay, this could be interesting. I'm definitely willing to try it. And I do love Maggie Stiefvater's other book, like I said, that I've read. So yeah, she might be able to salvage the month for me, but let's find out, shall we? Okay, so spin number 7 is Author I Love again. Okay, so let's try and make this a little bit better for me, shall we? Because quite clearly it's not gone well for me so far, and I'd quite like to read a book that I actually am interested in. So I think I'm going to try and read a Karen Slaughter book because I'm really, really loving I loved Karen Slaughter's Pretty Girls. Actually really, really enjoyed that, and I feel like I need to read another one of hers. So how do I feel about this? I think this is the first one I happened to see on my shelf, and I think this is a standalone. So I'm going to read Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter. Karen Slaughter, like I said, is one of my favourite authors, and I really, really loved her other book that I read. I don't really want to know too much about it. I don't actually know anything about it. I don't really want to know anything else about it because I like to do. I think with thrillers, going into them sometimes blind is actually better. So yeah, I'm not gonna find out what it's about. It's a psychological thriller, which tends to be Karen Slaughter anyway. She's very gory, from what I've previously read of hers. But yeah, I'm actually kind of excited by this one, so we'll see if I get to it or not. So the last of my official roles, I guess you'll say, is going to be a thriller. So okay, so for this one I'm actually going to read The Chalk Man by C.J. Tudor, which you may or may not know. If you watched my books I got for Christmas video, you know that Mary from With Cinnamon Please actually got me this one, which I'm really looking forward to reading. This is a book that has had a lot of comparisons with Stephen King's It, which is a book that I really enjoyed, and yeah, I'm interested to see how it's done. I believe it's about a group of young children who I think they have, it's about a group of young children who I think they draw chalk men on the floor in front of each other's houses as like a signal, I guess. And then one day the chalk men lead them to bodies, I think. And yeah, I really wanted to find out more about this because I've read great things and heard great things. So yeah, this is definitely one I'm looking forward to. I feel like my month is going to get better towards the end. The beginning of the month might be a struggle, but knowing that these books are at the end, I feel like I can push through. Okay, so as I said at the beginning, we have 9 and 10. So these are going to be the 2 that I have to read extra because I didn't finish my TBR last month. So, book number 9, or roll number 9, it's lowest rated again. So let's go back to the lowest rated on my shelf and find out what blooming book I've got to read now. Obviously not including the one I've already said. Okay, actually, do you know what? I'm actually really excited about this book. I only just bought it. So I actually bought this book for myself in December, because I was trying to make up, I bought my dad a Christmas present and I needed to make up the shipping to make it more than £10. And this one was £2, so I added it, and I actually read a book by this author recently, so I'm interested to find out why people don't seem to like it. This is When the Lights Go Out by Mary Kubica. I read The Good Girl by Mary Kubica, and I actually thought it was okay. It wasn't my favourite of all time. Again, I don't really know too much about it. It follows a woman named Jessie who's getting her life back on track after caring for her sick mother, but when she then discovers that according to official records, Jessie Sloane, what is her name, died 17 years ago, so she suddenly feels in danger. The truth lies in the past. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. I've not heard too many things about this. I don't think that Nicole likes this one, but we'll soon find out, I guess, if I do. Yeah, it's not a massive book either, so this is going to be good. And it's kind of going to be a thriller section to my TBR because the last sort of 3 books so far have been thrillers. So yeah, we just see if I don't like this either, but I feel like I might. Well, who knows? And then on to the last book of this TBR, and let's hope this is a good one, because I feel like when I get to this point I'm either going to have had a great month or a really rubbish one. So okay, last one, guys. Let's find out what we get. Oh, okay, this is random, so this could literally be anything. Okay, let's again go to my own shelf. Let's order it by random. Let's hope it's not a massive book, because I think I'll cry. Oh, okay, I'm nervous. Let's find out what it's going to be. So, oh, it's just doing it now. No. Oh. Oh, okay. Right, okay, this is... Alright. Okay. Oh, no. It's 650 pages long. I'm so not going to finish my January TBR either. Okay, guys. So the book that came up was actually the third book in this trilogy, but I have only read the first one, so I'm going to have to read the second one, although they're all equally as long, so it wouldn't actually make any difference. This is Shadow's Edge by Brent Weeks, which is the sequel to The Way of Shadows, which I actually finished in November. Did I read it? Yeah. So actually, it's good that I'm getting to read this so quickly after reading the first one, because it means that I'll remember what happened. It's not great that it ended the end of this TBR, which has not been the best of month, has it? Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to cry. I feel like I should just film this video again and pretend that it never happened, but that would be cheating. And the whole point of these videos is that I will read books that I wouldn't necessarily have picked up. Okay, so if you don't know, this is a high fantasy novel about a assassin named Kyla Stern, and I really liked the first one. I mean, I gave it a 3-star, but I actually did enjoy it. It's just that high fantasy I struggle with a little bit sometimes, but I did really enjoy the first one, so I'm going to read the second one apparently this month, so we'll see how I get on with that. Okay, let me show you my stack. So it's this, here it is. So here we are. This is my ginormous stack, and also this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like there's 2, I think I've got 2 Kindle books as well to add to this, plus the 3 books that I'm reading with buddy reading, or, oh, this month's gonna be fun. Also, I obviously need to finish Full Dark No Stars as well, because, you know, if I don't finish that, then that's... If I don't finish this by the end of December, then that means in February I will add another one for this, because obviously that would be cheating. So I better get on that as well. And I've just thrown that straight on the floor, haven't I? That was great. So, here you are. I'm nervous, if I'm honest. But you know what? We are just going to go with it. I did only manage to... I'm a little bit annoyed that I only managed to get 2 of my... Christmas books on here, but hey, that's 2 down, and I'm a little bit upset for AJ that he didn't get to pick a book for me, but you know what, maybe in February, we'll soon find out. Don't forget to, like I said before, leave a question for me down in the comments below to let me know what you want to ask me for my January Q&A, I guess. And yeah, a massive thank you for watching, and a happy new year to you all. Wish me luck, guys. I'm really gonna need it. Let's see how this month goes. Take care, guys.